Hi, it's Julie. Welcome to my channel. I am Scrappin' Happy. So this, I guess, would be part 2 of the craft along with me kind of video where I'm going to make a bag journal, or in this case an envelope journal that looks like a bag, out of one of these paper packs that I got from my friend, hot off the press. They are 24 pages. No, that's a lie. 12 pages. But what I discovered when I started on this was there are 2 of each, so it's really only 6 pages. So I separated them, and I'm going to make 2 journals instead of one with the 12. I am adding pages to make the other one 12, or actually I think it's 14 by the time I got finished adding. So I'm going to make 2 like 14-page journals, and I'm adding a piece of real coffee stained paper, a piece of fake coffee stained paper that I got off Amazon, and it is fabulous. It comes in like 4, maybe 5, but I think 4 different shades and intensities of coffee dye. It's really handy. I will link that. And then this is a beautiful piece. I don't know if you can really even, when I'm looking in my viewfinder, I don't see anything, but hopefully you can. It's a very light lacy pattern with some florally doodads. Years ago, when my daughter turned 15, I downloaded this. It was the perfect color and the perfect pattern. I downloaded it, had it printed up at Office Depot on this really nice paper, and made made envelopes out of it. Now this was back in the day before I had an envelope punch board and any of the tools like that. So what I did was I had an envelope that I liked, that a big enough one, and so I opened it up and I traced, I made a pattern, and then I laid it on each of these pieces of paper, and I hand drew and hand cut and hand glued 100 envelopes out of this beautiful pink blushy paper. A labor of love. Anyway, so I have stumbled across 2 or 3 pieces of it, and it's just gorgeous. So I thought it would look okay in here. And then I also, these are my offcuts because I had to cut them down. This is one, but I also downloaded, let me see, a paper, a digi-kit from Tina, Shabbydabbydoodah, and Roses Are Red is what it's called. And this is one, and of course this is like cream colored cardstock. So it's blank on the back because I needed some blankness to break up all of this pattern and all the, but isn't it pretty? So I thought it would be great with this. I mean, the colors are perfect. There's birds and, well, roses anyway. I'm not, so that was one. This is one. Isn't it gorgeous? This is one. It's kind of a Frenchy kind of, and I'm thinking I think that is in French actually, but I do recognize that. Here's another one. This one would be really good cut up because it's like a bunch of different things, but it's just so pretty I couldn't cut it up. And then this one, which is another one of those that I can barely see looking at it, so I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. It's a very blushy, I mean it's almost the exact same color as the back, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it. And it's got very light, pale, distressed, barely can see some little patterny stuff in it, but it's so pretty. I mean, it's perfect because it's not, it's perfect for a background page, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because it's not all up in your face kind of thing. And then this was a piece of something. I'm not sure if the page didn't print out the whole thing or an extra piece printed out or whatever, but it's perfect for a journal card. All right, this is I want to say 10 by 13 or 10 by 14, probably 10 by 13. It's an envelope, but it's absolutely out of a brown paper bag. And I got them in Happy Mail, and I adore them. I need to find me some. I've never seen envelopes out of the brown craft before. So I love it. So I managed to, I cut it down a little bit this way, and definitely about an inch off the top, so that my pages, which are, most of them are 8.5 by 11. Some, as you can see, the ones I printed up of Tina's, I didn't tell it to do a full page, so I had this border. So I left the border around the edge, but I cut the top and bottom borders off. I like different sizes and things. And I may even stick in some more stuff like book pages and, you know, things. But anyway, so I was able to have a little spine. It's like probably it looks like about 3/4 of an inch of a spine, which I probably didn't need that big a one, but I was already folded and didn't want to have a bunch of creases, you know, where, oops, I messed up. So anyway, and you know it's going to grow, so that's okay. And then I folded this in, and I had to cut the top off because it was way too tall. So what I'm going to do is glue this down really well, and then I'm going to go around with my sewing machine here and across the bottom and across the top. So I'm going to close this back up. I don't need that to be like that. And I also will put in a piece of cardstock just in here to maybe underneath here, so that when I glue this down, the cardstock will also be down. That way it's not quite so flimsy. But you know, cardstock, just plain old cheap cardstock, is not hugely thick, so it's not going to make it, what's the word? It's not going to make it hard or hard to handle. It's just going to give it a little bit of strength. Because, you know, I always worry about my spines and my where you sew in. I like that to be nice and sturdy, so I don't have to worry about that. But then, as I sew here, I will leave this open. So it will have a big pocket in the back, but no other pockets. Alright, so that is that. So I guess that's part 2. Quick and easy, huh? Alright, well, I'm going to work on this some more. I'll make the next video. I guess the next one will be, you know, making ephemera and pockets. You know, maybe the next one would be decorating. I don't know. And then the next one would be actually putting the stuff in. And then the last one would be the cover. I know, I think I do it backwards from everybody. The cover's the last thing I do. A lot of people do the cover first so that they can see the feel or see where they need to go. Well, you know, I need to go here with the birds and the flowers and the springy things. So that's where I'm going. And the cover will just have to come along. So anyway, that is it. And like I said, if you want to play along, grab you some stuff. Get you a big old envelope or a bag, a flat shopping bag, or you could use a grocery bag and cut it, you know, if they're big enough, you could actually probably just use the front or the back as the whole thing and cut it down to fit. But anyway, grab your stuff, and I will be back in a day or two. Thank you.